Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Steve coming back at you again. I just wanted to touch base with you. But recent news, I'm sure you've already heard that President Trump recently took out a terrorist. I think it was last week, last Thursday, in fact. Guy named General Salami or something like that. I'm just going to call him Salami. And he was the second in command in Iran. Funding terrorism and leading terrorist acts against Americans and our interests and others all over the world, especially in the Iraqi campaign, though, responsible for the deaths of at least hundreds of Americans, as well as many others. And so we took him out. One of the last straws, aside from the shooting down of the drone some time ago, and then killing an American citizen who was a contractor in Iraq. We just finally said, no, we're good, fam. We're not having this no more. See, what apparently happened was Iran has gotten fat and happy off the fact that for the past 40 years, we've done very little to really retaliate against them when they do something stupid, other than just sanctions. Well, we're just going to impose sanctions. And the sanctions are hurting them, but it takes a while for sanctions to work. And in the meantime, they're playing their little terrorist game, and they're funding terrorism through third parties and so on and so forth in Iraq and around the world. And so we finally sent a very serious message. Now, we could have taken out some, and we did, by the way, take out some lower level terrorists along with this number 2 guy. And we could have probably just taken out some lower level terrorists, and it would have probably annoyed Iran. But we took out their number 2 guy as well. And that did a bit more than annoy him. And so in retaliation, a couple of nights ago, they, 12 or 15 missiles fired at an Iraqi base that Americans are housed on. And everybody's, oh my gosh, it's going to be World War III. Trump's a warmonger. He's starting World War III. It's the end of America as we know it. It's the end of the Middle East as we know it. Just stop. Stop it. See, this is basically what happened. No Americans were harmed. No Americans were killed, even though Iran is telling their people they killed like dozens of Americans and injured hundreds of others. But, they skipped, by the way. I was watching this last night, in fact, on Laura Ingram's show. They skipped a base that was closer to Iran, that was a bigger base, that has more American troops, to hit the outskirts of a smaller base with less American troops. So that kind of tells me they weren't really trying to kill any Americans, because what essentially happened was this. We have a president who said, I'm not having it. And if you hurt any more Americans, we're not going after the little terrorists that you send to hurt Americans. We're coming after you. And they got the message when we took their number 2 out. And that's really how you have to treat these people. I was in the first Gulf War, and one of the things I learned in my short time and wartime, especially in the Middle East, and it's not just the Middle East, it's a human nature thing when it comes to bullies. The only thing power respects is power. And when you can let them know that you have more power than them and that you're not playing, they'll tend to change their tune pretty damn quick. PDQ. And that's essentially what happened. So I tell people all the time, I'm happy that we took the action we did. I think we need to do more of that. I don't have this problem with being upset about, oh my gosh, I can't believe you took out a leader, number 2. Come on now. Some of y'all need to toughen up, because the world is a bad place. It's not all roses and sunshine, and you can't be everything you want to be and do whatever you want to do, no matter what your mommy told you, little millennial Jimmy. You're going to have to work for what you want in this world, and you have to understand that there are good people and there are bad people, and there are some really, really bad people. And you got to be prepared to be able to do what it takes to handle them. I'll tell people, friends of mine who know me, I could never be president because I know how I am. I'm too old school. My first inaugural address to the nation after being inaugurated, well, of course, that would make sense, but my first address to the nation would be not just to the American citizens, but would be to the world. And I would say, I have an Al Capone foreign policy. If you don't mess with us, we're not going to mess with you. But the moment you mess with any Americans or our interests or friends, I'm coming for everybody. Because I got to make an example of you to make sure everybody else knows not to mess with us. So I'm not sparing nobody. You mess with us, we're coming for your kids, we're coming for your wives, we're coming for your people who owe you money. We're coming for everybody. And that's just my attitude, because the only thing power respects is power. More power. And it's not a matter of, oh my gosh, you're a terrible, well, you want to kill people. No, I don't want to kill people. I want to save American lives. But I also want to get my point across. And that's exactly what the president did. So I'm actually cool with it. And then after, they had the little missile strikes and didn't hit anything, didn't kill any Americans, Trump turned around yesterday and said, no Americans were killed, no Americans were harmed, and Iraq seems to be turning the page. Iran rather seems to be turning the page on this deal, and we hold out our hand to them for negotiations. But we are going to put down more sanctions. we are going to pose more sanctions because you bombed the base where our Americans were. Even though you didn't hit anybody, we're still going to punish you with some more sanctions. But if you want to come to the table and negotiate, we're down with that. It's just boss. That is a boss move. I love it. That was fantastic, and I think he's doing the right thing. I dig it. As somebody, like I said, who served, I take great comfort when people around the world think our leader is crazy. See, we tried the last 8 years. We tried a leader who's loved around the world and who's adored around the world and who the rest of the world gets along with. We tried that. And it's okay to be liked. I love being liked. I want people to like me. I want people to subscribe to my channel. I want people to comment whether they agree with me or disagree with me. Like, share. If you don't like it, you can express that too. Subscribe. I want all those things. But I think it's more important to be respected in the end, because people who respect you are not going to try you. And that keeps America safe. So the crazier the world thinks our leader is, the safer America is. I'm down with that. And that's really all I wanted to share with you guys today. I thought it was a boss move. I dig it. I don't think we're going to be ended up in a World War III unless Iran's crazy, because basically the message we sent to them is every time you mess with one of ours, no matter how low level that one of ours is, we're coming for one of your leaders. That is sweet. It's a major boss move. So hats off to the president for going that route. I think it actually, overall, in the interim, at least right now, looks like it's making us safer. Time will tell. Time will tell. If they decide to get froggy and jump, we're going to have to show them a little something. But I'm okay with that, too. So with that, guys, I hope you're having a great day. I'm really proud of what we did. I'm excited that we're not in the midst of World War III, as all the hysterics have been going on. And all the just stupid stuff they've been saying in the media on the left. I'm excited that we have a great economy, relative peace, and prosperity. And I'm looking forward to the next 4 years. Ought to be fun. Y'all take care. Have a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all later. Take care.